Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to Letha's Real Talk. We're right here at the We Believe Digital Studios. I am your host, Letha. So today I want to address a few controversial topics. We're going to hit on about this issue with probably one of the top one of the top female black mainstream artists, and her choosing to venture out into country music. And then we're going to talk about this issue with the Super Bowl and how one of our top black male basketball players that has now retired, and his comments on how he felt about people probably should not purchase certain ticket sales. So let me start with the country music for a minute right here. I got a problem when people want to act like when black folks do stuff and all of a sudden it's racism. I really got a problem with that. I got a problem that you have this particular female artist and she has chosen to take a different route with her music. Now, here's the thing. I'm not even a particular fan of this particular artist. I'm truly not. I love her music. It's okay. Do I believe she's extremely talented? Yes, I do. Do I believe like that she has a certain skill set? Yes, I do. She has a certain stage presence about herself. Yes, she does. She knows how to work the crowd. Truly, yes, she does. However, I'm not a fan. And with me sitting here saying that I'm not a fan, people that are really not fans of people don't have reasons to sit here and advocate for what people are truly doing. I got a problem with people acting like it's raising so much racial controversy when the racial controversy has been here for the beginning of time. Now, I know we believe that Google is our friend, but then you have to think about who runs Google. Right? So when you go do your research on Google, it's a lot of things on Google that are not even accurate. Let me say something right here. Black people were the original cowboys and cowgirls. Black people were the originators of country music. I don't care what you look up. I don't care what you read in a book. I don't care who you think is right. I don't care what you think is law. But what I'm sitting here telling you is honestly, black folk, no matter how you look at it, are the sole barriers, originators of soul, certain type of music, including country music. Now, the problem, one of the other problems I have is that I have a problem with the fact that, like I said, I'm not a fan. Okay, I don't think her music should raise racial controversy. I think the issue is because of who she is, that's becoming the problem. Because I understand that she's been doing this for a while, but she's not the only one who's been doing it for a while. She truly is not. Now, black folks, the problem I got with us, we so busy trying to break down barriers that we have no business breaking down, and I'm truly sick of it. I'm sick of black folks trying to break down barriers with other people. You got your own platforms. You have your own stages. We have everything we need. I never understand the mindset that we're not good enough or we haven't done enough unless we break barriers into somebody else's audience. And I truly struggle with that, and I have always struggled with that. And this is not a 2-year struggle. This is not a post-COVID struggle. This is not a right before COVID struggle. This is a struggle I've had for years. I've never understood that. I never understood why black people always want to go out the way a lot of the time, and I'm not going to say majority of the time, to break barriers, but them same barriers you trying to break, people are not trying to break down the doors of the barriers that we have set, maybe because we don't have certain barriers set. Now back to this issue with this country music. We also were the fathers and the mothers of rap music, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if I'm wrong, then I apologize for being wrong. But when other ethnicities of people came in and they participated even in the rap game, it was no problem. See, we always welcoming people in. We always so easy to invite people in. But it amazes me that we're easily to invite people in, but yet and still we want to go out the way to break down the barriers. Listen, let me tell you something. Stop trying to prove yourself to other people. To me, that's an identity issue. Yeah, I'm switching up. To me, that's a whole identity issue. Don't sit up and make it seem like you're trying to pave the way for other people, because it's other people that are already doing the same thing. Okay, it's not just because of this mainstream artist. However, the way I look at it, if people want to make a train, why don't y'all start your own labels? Why are y'all so busy trying to go along with these labels who've been in business for all of these years? Don't talk about breaking barriers when you have possibly, because we're not looking at your bank statements, okay? Like I tell people, Google is not always right. But if you're in a financial position and you have a platform, then why don't you create those opportunities for those other people? Why are you so busy trying to cross over in an area where whatever it is that you're doing, whatever the message is that you're sending out, that's not welcoming? That's the problem I got with black people. It's too many black people, no matter where you are, no matter mainstream you consider it, no matter how people may not know you, no matter how much people may know you. I'm sick of black folks always trying to get validation from other people. Why do black people always want to break barriers? You want a barrier to be broke? If you got the income and you got the financial resources, if you have the capital to make it happen, why are you not making it happen? Why are you trying to force somebody else to accept you? I don't understand that. That's an identity thing. That's not an equality thing. That's an identity issue. And I'm going to go a little bit further. Black people are in worse shape now than what they were after they was freed from slavery. I truly feel like that. I truly feel like integration came through and economically it jacked up black people, the black culture as a whole. That's how I truly feel. Because prior to integration, things were truly done a certain way. Now, it's going to be somebody that's got some negative to say. And I'm not spreading no negative information. The only thing I'm trying to do is to encourage people, whoever you are, wherever you are, stop trying to seek validation from other people in other sectors. You don't have to be accepted from other people. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? If you have the resources, if you have the capital, why are you not the ones creating the platform? Buy your own studio. Create your own record label. Create your own TV shows. Create your own recording studios. Why are we so busy trying to cross over? I've never understood that about black folks. I've never understood it. And to me, it's like we have been taught self-infliction. We have been taught to have this self-inflicted self-esteem crisis issue because we are taught we have to be accepted from people in a certain realm, people on a certain level, and that don't even mean that them people are able to help you. More than likely, what you bring to the table truly help those people. It truly helps that company. It truly helps that label. It truly helps that studio. It truly helps whatever it is, this community of whatever it is has going on. And I think it's ill teaching. I think it's ill mannered. I think it's unfair. And I think that black people need to be taught more empowerment than to be taught that they need to strive for acceptance. I'm going to say that again. Black people need to be taught more empowerment than being taught that you have to be accepted. I don't care if you accept me or not. It's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. I've gotten to that point into my season in my life. But however, with this music industry and with all this controversy, it's becoming a racial issue. Why is it a racial issue? Why? Why now would it be a racial issue? Right? You know, I could dig a little deeper. We talking about country music, but I could dig a little deeper into some of these Christianity of hymns, and to the people who wrote the hymns, and to the time frame of when some of the hymns was actually written, and how Christianity was derived a whole lot out of the Catholic Church. But I'm going to leave some of this stuff alone today for a whole another topic with some other people that we could possibly talk about. Listen, people always bring race into the factor. And that's another thing I don't like. People want to make everything racially motivated. You know what? Who cares? Who cares that everything is racially motivated? Who cares that a song is coming out and it's a racial attack? Who cares? Because you know what? It's not going to stop those people who already have racial issues from treating other people a certain type of way. So truly, who cares? You think it bothers me? Do you truly think it bothers me if somebody considers me a certain type of way just because I'm black, or just because I'm chunky, or just because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut when people think I ought to be able to keep my mouth shut? Do you really think it bothers me? Truly? Pay attention to the lyrics of a lot of these songs that are being put out. Pay attention to what this person is saying. Pay attention to the fact that there have been struggles and this person has endured. Pay attention to that. And outside of listening to the messages, pay attention to the fact that this person is truly gifted in what she does. And no matter what, that's something that can't nobody take away from her. Now, I'll touch it a little bit deeper. For me, the way my brain operates, the timing is off. And I'm going to tell you why the timing is off. Because this particular individual, and I call names of people when I choose to call names, okay? So, I mean, whatever. This particular individual, this may not be them just starting this, but it amazes me that now they want to push it when you have 3 other black young ladies who are climbing the charts on social media. They're getting all these interviews. They have been doing this for a minute, and all of a sudden, here she comes. That's the problem I got with that. See, I call it power and attention seeking myself. I truly feel like that. I truly feel like it's a power and it's attention seeking. It's not enough that you want to act like you trying to break the mold. But forget the fact that this group of young ladies have, and these are people that are climbing the charts. But guess what? These are not the only people that have been doing it either. Guess what? Because country music, black people doing country, has been around since way before, guess what? Heck was a puppet. Okay, country music and black people was around before this particular artist was even born. It came before I was even born. So these people doing whatever they doing are not doing anything new. It just bothers me that people want to act like it's raising all this controversy. And it also bothers me that people want to act like that this individual is the only one doing it when you have these people who have been climbing the charts, but yet it's still people talking about she trying to pave the way because she mainstream. Okay, well, guess what? If you got the money to pave the way, why don't you do your own record label? Why don't you go take these 3 young ladies right here and or go into some of these clubs where these underground artists, okay, are participating on these sound stages? Why don't you all create your own label and sign some of these artists to your label? Don't talk to me about paving no way. See, I sit neutral when it becomes a lot of this stuff. I truly sit neutral. Because I feel like it is on purpose to tear down other people that are thriving, and you think that you get to get more of the limelight just because you are who you are, and you want to put on this, cowboy hat, and you want to put on this wig, and now you want to do what you do. But guess what? I might not approve of your timing, but guess what? Neither do I approve of the people who are sitting here acting like that you're pushing out racially intentioned, motivated messages in your music. So guess what? I don't give them a pass either. But what about everybody else? What about the unknown people? What about the people who are just not thriving? What about the people who are trying to get their face seen? What about their people? What about the people who are trying to book more shows? What about the people who are trying to get more acknowledgement? What about the people who are trying to get more streams? What about the people who are trying to get their music heard more on Spotify, Apple Music? What about the people who are trying to get their Instagram and their Snapchat and their views up? What about those people? I get so sick and tired of people giving attention to just certain type of people like nobody else is doing it, and then people act like that this the only individual that just started this. Bookie, she ain't the first one, she ain't the last, she ain't the first, and she ain't gonna be the last. It's gonna be many to come behind her, just like it was many to come before her, just like it was many to come before them. But I still don't appreciate when black people say certain things, whether it's in their music, whether it's in their poetry, whether it's in their sermons, whether it's on their podcasts, whether it's on their lives, whether they're out here advocating. I'm so sick of other folks want to make everything racially motivated. And that's why I draw the line with black people trying to always cross over. What are you crossing over for? Who you need validation for? If you are who you believe you are, and you are gifted as how gifted you truly believe you are, why are you too busy trying to convince other folks that you need to be a part of their party? You don't need to be a part of their party. You need to focus on building your own platform. You don't need validation from other people. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of this identity issues that we have because we're so busy seeking all this acceptance from people who ain't gonna never accept you. They still gonna consider you, and that's it. You ain't gonna be no different. I don't care how much money you got. So why you going out the way to break a barrier? Create a whole nother platform. You want to truly break a barrier? Create your own label. Create your own network. Create your own shows and visit these underground people. It's a lot of people doing underground music. They don't get no notoriety. They don't get enough, acknowledgement. They don't get enough visibility. But because of who you are, and you get to do a live, and you get to do all your dress up stuff, you get all this scenery. I don't like it. Neither do I like the folk who act like your music is so negative, because I truly don't deem your music. I don't deem your music as negative or demonic. I just don't appreciate the fact that this has been done at a time when you have a group of black young females, of 3 black females that are in a group, and they have been climbing the charts, and now all of a sudden you want to put out all this country music. That's the problem I got. I struggle with it, and I struggle with people who act like that you're some God, because none of us are gods, because none of us is God. We're truly not. If you want to make a change, you're not going to make a change trying to per se always cross over into another sector. You're not going to always make a change trying to be acceptable and likable to the very people that say you putting out negative messages. You truly want to make a change? Start your own record label. You want to make a change? Get out here and visit these clubs on the weekend. Listen to what these artists are truly doing. You truly want to make a change? Start your own thing instead of trying to get more commemoration from the audience that you have been in front of all of these years. Stop trying to do things for popularity, and stop trying to do things for likes, and stop trying to do things for further acceptance. You want to make a change, go get some mental therapy first. Because it's to me, it's an identity issue thing. Go get some therapy. And then go out here and help some of these financially less advantaged people who are not able to do the things that you're doing. And for all y'all other folk that got something to say about the music that she's putting out, y'all need to shut the hell up. You know why y'all need to shut the hell up? Because a lot of other folks stole music from black folks anyway. Elvis wasn't the king of the music. He was the king of stealing the music from other people, and I came out there and said it. Listen, we're going to tap back in a brief minute after this commercial break. I'm your host, Letha. We're right here at the We Believe Digital Studios. Listen, hit the like, share button, and we'll be back in briefly after this commercial break. Thank you.
Are you dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not sure where or how to start? At Entrepreneurs Academy 101, our online program will guide you step by step on how to start and grow your own business. We offer courses such as how to write a business plan, how to create a budget, and so much more. Our online training program is designed for you to learn at your own pace, and there's no set order to complete this program. Because our academy is online, you have the choice to learn with a group, with friends, or individually. Upon completion of the entire curriculum, you will receive a certificate of achievement to acknowledge that you have completed the training needed to become a successful entrepreneur. So enroll today to design the life that you love. Contact your entrepreneur coach, Brenda Myers, at 601-672-0695 or visit our website at www.entrepreneursacademy101.com for more information.
Have you had your Earthblend coffee today? At Earthblend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earthblend Coffee. To order, visit earthblendcoffee.co now.
Hi, thank y'all for tuning in after this commercial break. I'm your host, Letha. We're live at the We Believe Digital Studios. Listen, we were sitting here talking about this issue about this mainstream artist and her music and how some of these other folks want to act like her music is so negative. So my message for her was basically stop trying to cross over. Right? You've already crossed over. You've done some great. You've done some immaculate. You've done some awesome things, right? I just feel like if you truly want to make the change that you say you want to make, if you truly want to make the difference that you say you want to make, go on and create your label. Listen, I'm encouraging you to go out here to these clubs. Come to Mississippi. I know somebody right now who doing some great things in the music industry, okay? Come to Mississippi. Okay, and get with some of these underground artists. But however, I don't agree with your timing right now because there are 3 young ladies that are black that are trending on social media in country music right now. I don't appreciate the timing, but I understand that nobody cares what I appreciate because it's just my thought and my opinion. Now, however, outside of that, to the folk who think that this young lady's music is so negative, ain't nobody studying y'all, okay? Because y'all's king stole more music than I don't know who, okay? So Elvis is the only name I'm gonna call right now because Elvis wasn't no king of nothing except stealing music. Now, how about that? Right? Some people gonna say wrong. I don't even care, right? I just feel like that no matter how much I may or may not be a fan of an individual, I don't appreciate the fact that people are always trying to make things so racially motivated when it's clearly something that she chose to do. I just wish that she would choose to just take a step back just a little bit and prop up some other people. But I don't appreciate y'all raising all this controversy about her music all because y'all jealous of what she brings to the table in her music. Now, how about that? So, On another subject, let's talk about these Super Bowl tickets. These tickets was very expensive, in my most humble opinion. But when I looked at the stadium was packed out. So I had to realize, who am I to define what's expensive compared to the amount of people that were at the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl sold out. Now, there was this distinguished gentleman who used to play basketball, very distinguished gentleman. And he's officially, I think he's retired, but he still does, he talks on like the sport shows or whatever he does. And I'm not quoting him. I don't know if he called people stupid, crazy, or ignorant or delusional. I can't remember what he called people who paid that amount of money for those Super Bowl tickets. But I think he has selected amnesia, because I think he disregarded the fact that people at some point have actually paid the same amount of money to see him rip and run up and down a basketball court. That's what gets me with us, right? Why does it bother you what people choose to do with their money if it doesn't cause a direct impact to you? That's all I'm saying. To watch TV and to know that stadium was packed out. What I may consider is expensive clearly is not expensive to the thousands of people that were able to pack out the stadium. Now, there have been a lot of concerns from some people because people, they just trying to price people out and they're trying to do this and they're trying to do that. So what? Why does it bother any of us? Why does it bother people who never have any attention on going to a certain type of game? Why does it bother any people who never have no knowledge or no interest into even going to Las Vegas? Why does it even bother people on what people choose to do with their money, right? But it wasn't okay for people to pay that amount of money to go to the Super Bowl, but it was okay to see that amount of people but it was okay for people to pay that amount of money to see you when before you got retired. If you have never encouraged people to go buy a house and a land, maybe that's something we ought to be encouraging people to do, period. Just in general, right? That's what gets me about this whole thing with not a lot, with some of our mainstream black people. People always want you to spend something, I don't have no problem with that because I want y'all to spend something too. I want y'all to spend something that we believe. I want y'all to spend something that Letha's Real Talk, because that's what we need to keep things going. But I also want you to be able to own a house and some land. I'm not going to sit here and just try to always sell you on stuff that don't add no value or don't add no interest or don't add no it doesn't add true value to your life. But we want to talk about other people. And these are the same people that will get up. And these are the same people that will advocate for people on what they need that's affordable when your stuff ain't affordable as it need to be for people to come see you. That's just where we are right now. While we sitting up talking about Black history, I don't want to talk about Black history. I want to talk about some Black present stuff. I want to talk about the fact that Black people actually spend $1 trillion or more a year, and y'all got the nerve to believe what these other folk telling y'all that Black folk broke. Black folk ain't broke. Black folk just don't put their money where their money need to go, right? We buying concert tickets. We buying Super Bowl tickets, no problem, because what you do with your money is your business. We buying basketball tickets, even have bought in the past from one of the very basketball individuals that had the nerve to talk about people for paying the amount of money that they paid for the Super Bowl tickets. And some of them very people paid to see this particular basketball player at some point. Somebody paid $2,000 and $3,000 to see you. Somebody came to sit on that front row. Repeatedly. Somebody bought your jersey. Somebody bought your shoes. But they crazy, right? But at what point did you tell somebody, you know what, don't spend no money on me, go buy a house. Don't spend no money on me, you know what, go buy some land. You know what, don't put too much money in the grave, because we spend more money burying people than any other culture. You know, go focus on some true wealth building. That's what's pissing me off with a lot of mainstream black folks. We always want to criticize what people do and how people do, but we're not truly teaching people on what to do. Stop assuming people know what to do with their money when truly the only thing that majority of black people have been taught to do with their money is spend. I wasn't taught to budget nothing. I wasn't taught that. I was told you go to work, go to school, you go to church, you graduate, you're going to go get a trade, a job, you're going to go to school, you're going to join the military, and then you're going to pay some bills. But y'all sit up, and once again, y'all act like these gods over everybody that people is just praising, and act like y'all speak for everybody. Y'all don't speak for everybody. You speak for yourself. You truly speak for yourself. You don't even speak for the majority of people. You do understand the majority of people don't fall in a certain particular income bracket, right? The majority of people actually say they income taxes to come see y'all. I ain't gonna say the majority, but a good bit of the people. You do understand a good bit of people, like people have Christmas funds, people have vacations funds, people got basketball funds, people got concert funds. People truly go out their way to do these things to come see you, right? But you want to talk about somebody for the money that they paid to go see the Super Bowl? Imagine that being... Could you imagine how many people that was their life dreams to just be there, to be able to go be there, and the blessing in that? The I Love Jackson State performed at the Super Bowl. Why would you even talk against that? Why? If it's something you need to encourage, because a lot of funding from HBCUs have been stripped, because HBCUs not even HBCUs no more, because HBCUs so busy trying to give money to other folk that ain't even black. There you go. I came out and told that too, and I can talk about it because I'm an HBCU graduate, so I can say what the hell I want to say. But what I don't appreciate is somebody with money, when people with money want to sit back and tell folk who ain't got the money that you got what they should and shouldn't be doing with their money. But it was okay for them to do what they chose to do with their money as long as they were spending money to go see you. It was okay then, right? It was okay that they set up in them Lakers games and whoever else you played for. Oh, my bad. It was okay then. Right. But it wasn't okay for them to go buy a plane to go to Vegas. It was okay that they should, that they shouldn't be spending $4,000 for a ticket, $1,500 for a ticket. That wasn't okay. That wasn't okay. It was just okay as long as they were spending money to come see you. Right? It's too much of a double standard in this whole world, and I'm just sick of people signal out all of these mixed messages when none of you all's messages is clear. The only messages a lot of you all are signaling out is just support me and support me only. You got enough to be supported. Go shine some light on somebody else. Like, how much money do you need? How much attention do you need? That's another identity issue. It just don't focus on this particular female artist who's choosing that she, been doing. It just don't focus on the females. It ain't even just artistry. It's just in general. A lot of black men are seeking more attention than anybody, and I can't understand, because y'all want somebody to sit up and cater to y'all, and y'all are getting catered to and been getting catered to, and yet and still y'all act like the opportunities are there, when the truth be told, if it's been harder for anybody, it's been harder for a black woman, it's been harder for a black female, it's been harder for a black girl, it's been harder for a black young lady, and I done came out and I done said it. I'm so sick of the darn misconception. I'm so sick of the narrative. I'm so sick of the lie, and I'm damn sure sick of the mixed messages that y'all sitting out here singling out. You want to sit up here and talk about crazy about somebody who chooses to go take somebody to the Super Bowl. Who cares? It ain't your money. Ain't nobody. If ain't nobody ask you for nothing, why do you even care? Why is it even a big thing? Right? But guess what? If you want to do something, you sponsor somebody to go to that Super Bowl, right? And I know that you have been charitable as well over the years. And I'm not going to take that away from you. I'm not going to take away from you that you have donated. I'm not going to take away from you that you have donated. I'm not going to take away from you that you have, given financial resources. I'm not going to take away from you that you have sponsored all of these community projects. But it just bothers me when we want to step in and we want to criticize what people should or should not do with their money when people haven't asked you for any money, possibly, to get them to go to their Super Bowl event. Why do we do that? It's almost like they crazy because they went, but you can walk around with a pair of $1,000 shoes on your feet. Right? You can walk around with a pair of $1,000 shades. Your whole outfit can run you about $5 to $10 grand. And you're going to talk about, calling people crazy or whatever you want to call them just because they chose to go take an opportunity that they may not even get. And that's the thing that gets me. Time don't wait for no one. I was reminded yesterday, we live in real time. This is real time. Do what you can right now. Stop encouraging people to wait. Stop encouraging people not to do it. Encourage people, if you got the opportunity to do it, you need to do it now, because time ain't waiting for no one. Your time clock's still ticking. Your clock don't stop just because you go to sleep. Your clock don't stop just because you need to take a mental day or just because stuff ain't working out the way you want it to work. Your clock still keep ticking. Stop encouraging people not to do stuff. If it's something that somebody want to do, if it's a hope, if it's a dream, if it's a desire, no matter what it is, encourage people. And I'll go as far, if people don't ask you for nothing and you know it's what they want to do and you know they hard into it, it's okay to sow the seed into people sometime, because you don't know, they may never get that time again. You don't know how many people that arrived at that game that never even saw the next day. Wow. Imagine it. Imagine people who went out their way to make it a point to be somewhere because it's something they really wanted to do and they didn't even wake up the next day. And imagine the amount of people who wanted to do it and could do it and they chose not to do it and they left up out of here anyway. They didn't wake up the next day when what they should have done was do what was put in their heart and put in their spirit to just do. I'm sick of folks talking about people. I'm sick of people critiquing people. And I'm sick of folks with all this money that want to talk to people on how they need to do their money, but you ain't out here educating people on how to budget their money. You ain't educating people on that. Y'all not educating people on that. You're not educating people on where your investments are. You're not educating people that a lot of your money may not sit in the bank, that a lot of your money may truly sit in investments, right? I was telling my sister today, I don't want no money in the bank. I've been taking everything out the dadgum bank. My money don't earn no interest in the bank no way. See, these conversations black folk ain't having, but then you want to sit up, you want to talk about the Asians, you want to talk about the Indians, you want to talk about the Mexicans, all because they was not taught American culture. What's wrong with American, white American, black American is the way that the American culture has taught people. And then y'all get a couple of dollars in y'all pocket and y'all act like that it's ridiculous for somebody to spend all this money to attend this game or to attend this particular concert when you around here eating lobster and you around here eating shrimp and you all out here at Ruth Chris and you buying all this expensive liquor. Like, who are y'all to talk about anybody? Who are y'all to talk about anybody? People do what they see y'all doing because they see y'all spending, but behind doors y'all are investing, but y'all are not publicly talking to people about how to properly invest their money. That's what's pissing me off. Y'all want to talk about people, but you go to that casino and you done lost some money. You probably not have, because I don't know, right? But You know, a lot of people that are mainstream done went to Vegas and done lost all kind of thousands of dollars. And y'all want to talk about somebody it just amazes me that people always got something to say about somebody else, but you ain't truly happen in the matter that you think you happen. You ain't happen in the way that the media say you happen. Y'all ain't happen like that. I'm sick of all of y'all. And I know y'all don't know me from Adam's House Cat, and that's probably a good thing, but I'm sick of anybody that's successful. I don't care if you black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican. I don't care if you Russian. I don't care if you Indian. I don't care if you Mexican. I don't care if you African. I don't care where you come from. I am sick of financially successful people always putting their mouth on other people, because y'all are the main people that's out here encouraging people how to spend, but y'all are not teaching people how to maintain their wealth. Now, how about that? Boom. There you go. You want a moment? There go your moment. There you go. And that's all I got for today. I'm Letha. I'm right here, We Believe Digital Studios, out of Jackson, Mississippi, owned by the Mr. Socrates Garrett, who has been in business for years. So let's give a kudos for him for creating this platform and allowing people to come up here and be truly and freely who they are. You can find We Believe Digital Studios on all social media platforms, and guess what? You can find me too at Letha's Real Talk on all social media platforms. Listen, we need sponsorship packages, we need commercial packages, and also I need guests to partake physically in my show being recorded on Mondays at 3 p.m. I thank you all. I appreciate you all. If y'all can't do nothing else outside of talking about me, please hit the share button. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.